We're doing something a little different now. If you don't mind the low lights, I'm trying to like figure out this whole like pretty much, I guess, campaign with the whole projector screen thing. So this is my new shtick, so to speak. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and you won't find it as annoying. If it is annoying, I could easily cut the light on, just fix all that shit. But episode 80, G's Louise of Inside the Rapper Studio. Today we have BaatChoy and Lexx on today, talking about their latest single, Make Time. Also talking about rap and wrestling, talking about mental health with rappers. It's going to be a lot of conversation today. This is actually my first time doing two guests at the same time. So this should be pretty interesting if I say so myself. Huge shouts out to everybody that's been checking it out this week. I feel as though this is one of my strongest weeks in terms of like not just my promotion, but like everybody else promoting the show in itself. So huge shouts out to everybody that's been really helping out with that. Things have been moving on smoothly, in my opinion. Got Swayze Saturdays going on for next month. Hopefully I can get a flyer out of that one. Tomorrow we have the 4-year anniversary of Lover documentary. We're gonna do a live special on that. It's gonna be a nice little Q&A situation. It's gonna be a lot of good things, man. I hope everybody checks it out. I got another interview tomorrow. It's been kind of busy for the Swayze baby. I won't deny that at all. I won't deny that. See if our gracious hosts would like to join in. But boom, black. Hopefully everybody's having a solid Friday leading into the great weekend that we all can enjoy. Huge shouts out to I Don't Even Know Bruh. Haven't seen them in a while. Hopefully with this interview things will go pretty smoothly. Connection wise hasn't been that bad. Huge shouts out to Neon June as well. Things are looking kind of different. I know I'm really experimenting here, to be quite frank with you. I feel as though if I bought a fucking projector screen, I should use that at its fullest extent. So here we are. So it's gonna do the quick second thing, like in and out. Who's gonna be doing the live? Is it gonna be Baat or is it gonna be Black Lexx? Hopefully you guys are in the same room. I'd hate to do the whole like duo thing. Well, whoever wants. I'll see if Bot wants to join first. Hopefully everybody's having a solid day. I think for the most part my Friday's been chill. Nothing crazy has been going on, so I don't really have any complaints. I probably do, but I just won't complain. That's just how I do things. I talked to Lexx. Hopefully you guys are in the same room. I hate to do the join off, join on, join off, join on thing. That'd be kind of weird. But yeah, hopefully that'll go swimmingly. See if anybody else is on. What time is it? 9:10. Ain't that bad of a time. Ain't that bad. Man. So, with everything going on this weekend, hopefully everybody will, gain some type of perspective of like work ethic and things to move forward in life and all that Mr. Rogers stuff. Who's joining in? Oh, it's gonna be Lexx joining in. Okay, that works. Two. What do we have? Are we in here?
Yo!
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, sir.
All
Yeah,
right.
you good.
Things started. Welcome to another exciting episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, episode 80 to be more exact. Of course, I'm your host, Score Swayze, and today we have a very special guest, or should I say, very special guests in the building. This is actually my first time doing a double interview, so this is pretty much exciting for me as well. Solid tag team, if I say so myself. One's great with the engineering, the other's great with the bars. Both are great with the bars. They just kind of intertwine that kind of thing. And they also have a latest single that dropped today, which is called Time. So, everybody, please drop hearts, drop likes, drop comments for the ones, the onlys, BaatChoy and Black Lexx.
Oh, this nigga got applause? Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn, this nigga got applause. Damn, bro.
It's a show, man. I gotta show it up. It's
Sound effects.
Nah, bro, you own that shit though, bro. You doing it, man.
Thank you. How you guys?
How are you doing today?
I actually first.
Yeah, shit. See?
Good, doing good. It was a good day today. It was busy, long, but you know we're here now. Everything. But now you got to answer my question. How was your day?
Shit. All right. Okay. I'm good. I really ain't. I really ain't got that much to complain about. Like, I got another day on this earth. I'm not dead, so.
Right.
I know that's right, bro.
You've been busy, man. Interviews like every day,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
you
what
in
the hell?
this-
You
you in
what the
this
hell?
bitch,
You're
bro.
crazy, bro.
I don't have a job. Like, I don't have 8 hours. I don't have 8 hours sitting at a place I don't want to be. So I'd rather put it in the place that I actually want to be. Is one, at home. Two, communicating with other artists. So that's how this whole thing started. So
Okay. Yeah, bro.
Hard.
Started with every episode of Inside the Rapper's Studio. There's an origin story told from the bottom of the screen. So, could you tell us how you guys got started as the artists we all know and love as BaatChoy and Black Lexx?
Oh shit,
Bro, this story goes way deep.
very. That's a real long story.
I've known Lexx since high school, so we've known each other since sophomore year.
Yeah, bro.
So
10 years, over 10 years.
Yeah, definitely over 10 years.
Yeah.
But back then, I don't even remember how we became friends. Like, we became friends because of a mutual friend. And I met this dude, and this dude was doing, like, wrestling moves off, like, rooftops and shit like that.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
I got to respect.
And then I was like, bro, this dude is crazy. And then we connected through Tekken. And then after that, we were just like, yo, I don't know what it was, like, music. We, like, both had, like, Bjork, Jeff Buckley, like...
I'm sorry to interrupt. I heard the T word. I got to know who y'all main with.
Oh shit! So back in when we met, my man was Harwang and Kazuya, like, but the first night me and Mark hung out, it was like we hung out like was it homecoming or something? It was like that big ass football game and shit. And everybody be hanging out in high school. Everybody out that bitch. So that's the night me and Mark, like, one of the first nights me and Mark hung out. And I was like, we had a mutual friend, and we was over at his crib. He was like, yo, like, you play Tekken? Yeah, I play Tekken. Let's play Tekken. And I watched this nigga I watched this nigga, because this is back in the day. I didn't do shit but play video games. Like, I wasn't really on shit but Tekken. So you threw on that motherfucking Tekken tag, and I was dusting niggas, bro. Like, that's all I ever did, bro. And he just wasn't ready for it, you know.
I want you to know that the wheels are turning right now. I have to figure out how to work this out between, like, us pretty much getting down.
All right.
Nope. Like, I'm not a braggadocious person. Not.
Right.
But niggas do not see me in Tekken. You can ask.
Okay, who's your main?
Who else? You can ask anybody that I live with. You can ask Finagle Park. I fully with Tekken. I would love to see your skill. But that's besides the point.
All right.
What? The story.
The story. Back to So me and Mark, when me and Mark met, one of the reasons that we kept connecting was because we both played guitar. And like, I remember like a specific conversation we met. I was like, "Oh, you play guitar? Yeah." "Oh, you play guitar? Yeah." So then we started hanging out real extra crazy because we would just play, we just jam, we would listen to music.
Yeah, super super similar music, like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Jeff Buckley. Bjork.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah.
Like, that's definitely like Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that shit.
We ended up putting each other onto a lot of music throughout the years. I would say, like, definitely, I feel like when we first met, like, I was putting Mark onto, like, a lot of music, but, like, throughout the years, this motherfucker's put me on to so much shit that it's crazy. Like, like, so it's been just, just constantly, kind of, we've always had just very similar trajectory. Yeah. And, like, we're kind of, like, not that we're the same, but it's like me and Mark is just like two things that mix. Like me and Mark is like peanut butter jelly. Like me and Mark is just like
salt and pepper.
Yeah, like we complement each other like more than anything, and we're good on its own.
Ketchup, mustard,
like banger, fire on its own, but together, you know, we always like ignite, you know, a lot of like creative fire in each other, and that shit. I mean, we're lucky to say that this shit has been going on for like 10 years. So, you know, I'm always humbled by the friendship and the camaraderie that we have.
Same.
And so, and just to give you more, because that's like high school. So as time developed, you know, Mark kept continuing his education in music. You know, he became more of a trained guitar player. I couldn't afford lessons at one point. And I was starting to get into rap. And rap sort of became like this strong, like this really, I felt such a really strong passion for it because I didn't need anything but myself to do it. Like I didn't need equipment. I didn't need anything but me to do it and write. And then, you know, and then like just like diving deep in like the technical side of that shit while he was diving into the more technical side of like music theory and like, you know, exploring like, you know, we it's in a weird way. Like there was a time where like we weren't connecting as much musically. That's around the time that I started linking up with DKTM, like the original members of DKTM, like Mouse and Pope, Andrew, and all them. And I started linking up with them, and then we reconnected and formed Electric Wind Godfist, which was this 2-piece that we were doing. And then we added Mike eventually, who just joined. You know, he just joined the live. But we were doing this 2-piece for a while, and that like kind of brought us back together because for a while, like we weren't not cool, but we were going our separate ways a little bit. Right. And then we reconnected with this band, and like it just, you know, just like nothing ever changed. Like we just reconnected on some music shit, and you know, it's been going strong ever since then. And we just been trying to expand ourselves and better ourselves and be in each other's corner.
Gotcha.
There was a long period where I was just super, when Lexx was getting into DKTM, I was just super into like really experimental like jazz music. That was like my bag for like a little bit. But then it was like, yeah. And so I was just like, I was in that world for a little bit. And then I kind of came into like producing very suddenly. And then that's when I kind of like, we started doing the Electric Wind Godfist stuff. So then that's when we started to reconvene again, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And shout out to Mike, man, because he was a drummer in that 2-piece we were doing. Yeah. Made it a 3-piece.
Big shout out.
And you know, we wrote some really crazy material. One day it'll see the second we were doing a second project. We did one years ago. It was one of my first release projects as a rapper was with Electric Wind Godfist. And you know, the material we wrote after that was gonna come out eventually, but we've been, as solo artists, we haven't really rekindled or redefined that group because we've all really grown as individual artists since then. Like, so that's why even Make Time, like, you know, if you notice on the cover of Make Time, my belt says EWGF, and that stands for Electric Wind Godfist. And you're a Tekken fan, so you already know where that comes from. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? You already know where that comes from.
Oh, man. I'm not going to... Really excited to play on some motherfucking Tekken.
Hey, bro, I'm a little lost for real. I'm not nice like I used to be on God, bro. You probably fucked me up, nigga.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Oh man. Oh man, I'm trash now, low key, dog. I'm not gonna lie, nigga, wash.
But I want to get back to pretty much the bond of like legit two artists, not just two rappers, not just two musicians, but two artists that kind of have that bond within friendship. How would you say the friendship has strengthened your skills as musicians?
I would say, like, especially when it comes to like when Lexx and I work on stuff together, especially when I engineer Lexx, I just know who he is. You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes to like what things need to sound like or where things should go, we kind of just know we're just kind of on the same page. And I could just kind of like have more leeway of like how things can sound and where things can go. But I think like we just, like you said earlier, just complement. Whenever we're like together working on music, it just complements each other really well because we just know each other. You know what I mean? It's like an unspoken knowing.
Yeah. I think too, like one thing that works like with us as a duo is that it's, you know, like working with Mark is, you know, and I have a couple of producers that I feel like I have a lot of like synchronicity with, like, you know, Mouse is one of them. You know, I work a lot with Mouse. I probably work with Mouse like just as much as I work with Mark, but you know, like me and Mark's philosophy on music is so different. Mm-hmm. Me and Mouse's philosophy is a little different too, but I think it's like Mark's mindset with music is just, it's so thought out. And like, not that I'm not, but like I feel like I also operate in a lot of just spontaneousness. Like I also operate in a way like, you know, I think our best shit, me and Mark's best shit is very spontaneous. Like it's very just, we just like make time. We did that shit in like 20, 30 minutes.
Honestly, like I want to say, like, I want to go ahead and say it was like 17 minutes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We made the beat in 10 minutes. Yeah. You wrote your shit, and then we laid it down, and it was like,
and that's
17,
it. Like,
minutes.
Hell yeah, that shit is, that's it, bro. And that's like, to me, is like one of my favorite things about working with Mark. Like, it's, you know, it's everything just happens so naturally. Everything just happens so fast. You know, a lot of that is a credit to him and, you know, his ability to, you know,
I appreciate you, Doug.
To just, his ability to just kind of like be what the artist needs. Like, he's not, you know, he's not necessarily, you know, he doesn't need like, you know, credit, or he's not really, he's just looking to serve the song, which is really powerful. And, you know, because at the end of the day, like, that's what connects our styles, even though they're so different. Mark is more, he's less is more. I typically occupy a lot of space. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like, we both just adapt to whatever we're given. Like, that's what makes it work so well. Mm-hmm. Is that we both are just, okay, what are you giving me? How can we fit this together? Mm-hmm. And so it really does just kind of come together in like a real natural way. And it's fun.
Unspoken knowing of each other, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
Pretty. Like the unspoken bond of artists, whereas though you don't have to say much. And things
on some Ken and Ryu shit, honestly.
Honestly, on God. On God. Definitely on some Ken and Ryu shit. Definitely on some Ken and Ryu shit.
So, I want to get into the 4 letters that's been going on in my head since I started the promo, which is DKTM.
Yes, sir.
2 things. How did it start?
Oh man, so this is DKTM
I'll let you say
goes back very far, because before we were in Electric Wind Godfist, me and Mark was in this band with one of the original founders of DKTM, Andrew AMK. He, you know, he'd be a little ducked off. You know, he'd be kind of doing his own thing,
low key,
very low key. You know, that nigga got a good job and good credit and all that shit. He don't be fucking with these. He don't be fucking with us music niggas like that. You feel me? But, you know, so when me, Mark, and another friend of ours named Asher, we started this 3-piece. And it was kind of similar to Electric Wind Godfist somewhat, like in terms of like, I was kind of like the person who came up with the name and concept, because I be thinking about projects and concepts. I always have, even back then. So this group was called Tengu. And because I was inspired by the episode of Samurai Champloo when like the Tengu niggas was like chasing Mugen through the woods. Mm-hmm. And so after we were jamming, you know, a lot of it was coming out real visceral, real like, honestly, real early glitch hop shit. And a lot of it was Mark, and it was because a lot of it was, you know, him kind of just seeing ahead of the curve and all the industrial rap going on, because this was like 2013, 2014. So summer 2014, we decided we need to add a keyboard player. And that's how we met Andrew. And we added Andrew through the group because he went to the same college as Asher, and they had a couple mutual friends. We added Andrew through the group. And like, I got to give Andrew some credit because he really was he was hyping the shit out of me as a rapper. Like as an MC, bro, he was like my biggest fan, bro. He was like really in my back, just like, yo, you're crazy, you're this, you're that, and like he was really, really just pushing me a little bit.
Right, to give yourself credit, you definitely were.
Yeah, I'm saying I was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was kind of nasty with it.
You gotta give yourself credit, bro.
This is when I would like rap over like crazy like odd time beats and shit. Like I was rapping like in like crazy shit. We had a song that was like in like 15, 16 or some shit, or we had some wild shit going on for no reason.
But either way, I think Andrew, the connection with Andrew, that he knew like Tish, Mouse,
so through Andrew I met Mouse and Pope, Corey, and we ended up forming DKTM, the original 5 members of DKTM, and then around the time that, and so because by the time I joined DKTM, I felt like all the niggas that I had worked with, like, kind of wasn't really fucking with me, like, or they were doing their own thing. And so I kind of felt like real isolated. And so even when we, like, DKTM shit was gradual. Like, we would just have like ciphers and like in little like message chats and shit. And then all these points kind of converged because there was a show. In Halloween 2014, Khan's Basement 3.
Oh my god.
In PG County. First of all, it's the first time I went to PG County, and I was like, why these niggas living in cul-de-sacs and shit? But anyway, I was like, these niggas got big ass houses. And these niggas was just, and I was like, why these niggas wilding like this? Like, these niggas was going crazy at the show, bruh. Like, and it was like mostly a punk show. It was really tight. And Mark's band at the time was one of the bands performing.
That was a great night, bro.
And then Tish's band that also included Pope was one of the band's performers. So that's kind of like, and Agori, but Agori didn't officially join DKTM until later, Karan, even though we all knew each other. So this is when we all started to converge, and this is kind of when we all started to be kind of like, we started hanging out, in between. Like, there was a friend group, and like it's kind of started to become its own thing, really. And then like, I was just starting to fuck with DKTM. I was recording with Tish. We was laying demos and shit. We were just trying to find our sound. Like, DKTM probably had a period of just 3 years of just finding our sound. Not even really like putting shit out like that. We were just doing shit like from 2014 to like 2017. Our first release was like 2017. We was just trying to fuck with our own music and just try to like figure out how to be better.
There's a bunch of songs that we did around that time. Like a couple of songs that we did back that time that was like, damn, never, no one has heard, but I'm like, damn, they're so fucking good, bro. Like the DKTM anthem.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
We gotta
redo it.
Good song, bro. Oh my god.
There's an anthem?
There was an anthem. Yeah, bro. Oh, that's a funny story too. So when we did the anthem, so me and Mark did the Electric When God Fist EP.
Yeah.
And man, I don't even know if I should totally get it. All right, so anyway,
I would say leave out a couple of pieces.
Nah, fuck that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So listen, we had just recorded this EP, right? We had just finished. We just wrapped the fucking project up because we did it all day. We just laid the material all day, just laid it in Tish's room because Mark wasn't an engineer yet, and Tish was. So,
or rather, Mouse.
Yeah, my bad. I done put your government out there, my nigga. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Anyway, so Mark was in this band, and I won't say which members of the band, but basically, a lot of shit happened like within this band. Basically, one. Hey, look.
It was just a bunch of things that just happened. I'll put it that way. It was a bunch of shit that happened.
Damn, bro, you ain't gonna let me say it?
No, I feel like out of respect of everybody in that whole thing, it's just like super. The anthem, and it was so hard, bro.
Yeah, the anthem was hard as shit. Like. They did the beat in 10 minutes. I just cooked my whole verse and I was like DKT and then Pope right after I cooked. Oh, hold on. You saying you can't hear us?
Oh no.
Can you hear me now? I don't turn my restart it.